We got an excellent show here today. Y'all see the title NATO provoking Russia. NATO provoking Russia. So, what I'm thinking is the U.S. behind this? The U.S. neocons, Mark Rubio, because Russia is a force you don't mess with, and by NATO poking at the bear, it seems that uh, NATO has this false sense of security, like we will mess with you. Stream is good. Okay, thank you so much, Rob. Thank you so much, Rob. Yeah, I'm just, you know, NATO doesn't know how to take a loss. What has not been said, Rob, is that you have mercenaries over there in Ukraine being slaughtered. Um, we just recently sent two Black Hawks over there to try to rescue somebody that was important in Pokrovsk. They did not succeed. The Russians now have two or three, maybe four Black American Black Hawks as trophies, and they wrote in on the side of the building saying, "Thank you for the trophy. Thank you for the trophy." And there are films of mercenaries, like when they're surrounding like Pokrovsk and Kupiansk, they're taking some Ukrainian prisoners and they're executing obviously some mercenaries. Just know those mercenaries are French mercenaries, American mercenaries, Canadian mercenaries, German mercenaries, Polish mercenaries, because they're not supposed to be in the war, and there are instructions that they will be executed on site. And this is what I suspect why NATO is getting upset, because some of their top dogs are being executed because they're not supposed to be in the war, and so they are labeled as mercenaries. And there are instructions: if you are a mercenary, you will be shot on sight. Period. There is no being a prisoner. There's no Geneva Convention. You are a mercenary. Oh, and that includes Brazilian mercenaries and where else? I don't know. They say that some South American mercenaries are down there. Whoever, if you are down there and you caught in that conflict, you will be X'd out. You will be 86th out of here. So let's hope that those people, and but this is why, again, my speculation is that Americans and Canadians and especially goddamn English, the English are so upset, and the French are so upset, and the Germans are so upset, and they want to go to war. They want to poke war with Russia now. Now they just openly want to just fight a war with Russia. Now let's deal with at home. Trump, you have Donald Trump, and then you have his administration, who you got some swamp creatures in Trump's administration. Now, Trump has made some good picks that have pissed the left off, being Tulsi Gabbard, JFK, RFK, but then you got some rhinos in there. So Trump has a mixed bag in his administration, and one of those swamp creatures being Marco Rubio. And Marco Rubio doesn't want peace with Russia. He doesn't want this conflict to end. And I think Trump does want this conflict to end, but he has to get rid of Marco Rubio because Marco Rubio is working against Trump. So here we have it. We're on the verge of World War III, or their conflict. Now, again, uh, I don't know how this works because, Fico and Victor Orban, they saying, no, we don't want war with Russia. They're part of the NATO. They're part of NATO, that being Hungary and Slovakia. Hungary and Slovakia, there's one more country, but I can't remember the name of the guy or the name of the country. But for sure, Fico of Hungary, no, Slovakia, and Viktor Orban of Slovakia, or no, Hungary. Okay, Fico's over Slovakia. Viktor Orban's over Hungary. They're both saying no, we don't want with Russia. Viktor Orban just went to Russia and visited Putin and said, you know what, we want to keep our damn cheap oil deal because they're inland, they don't have no coast, so they like, no, we don't want to pay for no American LMG. We don't know, hell no. We want to keep continue with this cheap Russian petrol. Thank you very much. So everybody in NATO don't want to go to war with Russia. So if Article 5 kicked off, each country in NATO would have to vote on it. So automatically, Hungary and Slovakia would say, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. We're right on the border with Russia. Like, hell no. Like, of course, France and Germany and England be like, oh, yeah, let's go to war. And y'all not on the border like Hungary and Slovakia. You're not on the border. Silly, man. And so let me just give a message to people in America, in Germany, Europe, NATO. Don't go to war with Russia because you will get smoked. Sweden got smoked in the 1700s, in the 1800s. Napoleon got smoked. And in the 1900s, the 1940s, Hitler got smoked. So that's Sweden, France, Germany have already got smoked by goddamn Russia. Let's not get. I mean, as far as this administration with Trump, Trump don't want no smoke with Russia. You know. Now we got some silly brother in arms here in America that I've talked to. It ain't a whole lot of them, but the ones I've talked to, they, oh man, we could take on Russia, motherfucker. Go over there and go as a mercenary. If you want to go to war with Russia, go as a mercenary. Do not drag the rest of us folks, the rest of us good sense folks into that war. And that goes for goddamn Germany and France and England. There's some good sense folks that don't want no parts of this war. And so there's people in damn Ukraine that don't want no parts of this war. That's why they have such a high desertion rate. So we good folks with good sense don't want no part of that war. But if you want to go fight Russia, go as a mercenary. Now, if you're caught, you will be executed. You'll be shot on sight. And I've seen the videos. You will be shot on sight. You'll be put down like a stray dog, like a feral stray dog with rabies. You will be put down instantly. So yeah, if you want to go to war, Russia, you think you can take on Russia, go right on ahead. Don't include us. Good sense, folks. Again, I'm gonna repeat. Don't. Let's not make this a war world because the world don't want to go to war with Russia. The world is with majority of the world is with goddamn Russia. That being BRICS. Brazil, Russia, India, China, South America, Brazil, South Saudi Arabia, South Africa. Yo, let's not do that. Let's not. Yo, but I don't think this administration with Trump don't want to go to war as far as Trump is concerned. But you know, you got Marco Rubio secretly beating the drum with the neocons who are never Trumpers. That being Mitch McConnell. Well, Mitch McConnell was acting like he's MAGA and all that stuff, but no, he's a neocon. He's a neocon posing as a MAGA Republican. And who else, man? Anybody, any Republican beating the war drum is a fucking a rhino. And let me just say this because you know you guys have probably heard that Marjorie Taylor Greene and Trump fell out. Now, shout out to Frank. I haven't done my due diligence, but I've heard that Marjorie Taylor Greene did support more funding to Ukraine, but I need to look that up myself. Now, if she has done that, then I will denounce her. But if she hasn't, then that's a different story. So I'm going to have to do the research myself because, you know, I've got mixed information on that when Marjorie Taylor Greene and Trump fell out. I was like, well, what's going on? You know, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, you know, Martin Taylor Greene was rooting for Trump. So what they fought. Now, I know there was that whole Epstein thing, but I don't care about the Epstein thing. What I want to know is Marjorie Taylor Greene's stance on Russia and Ukraine. If she was for ending the war, then so be it. If not, then, it is what it is. But again, I think Trump is for ending the war. I think he is, but then he be flip flopping. Trump do be. I'm gonna address that. Trump be flip flopping on the because he's getting the wrong information from Kellogg. But Kellogg is resigning in January, so I think Trump is getting the right information in his ear again. Like he was getting the wrong information on the golf course with goddamn Mister what is damn fruit tutti fruity's name? Um, what is his damn name? I'm sorry, I can't even remember his damn name right now. Mr. Not Kellogg, but the other one. Yeah, Fruity Boy. He be golfing with Trump, and so he was beating the war drum. He's a neocon also, the one in the Senate. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. Y'all bear with me. It'll come to me. But what I'm saying is that these neocons are posing as Trump's friends and keep whispering here, oh, just keep supporting Ukraine. Oh, you send money over there, send money over there, send money. They're winning. So somehow Trump, he's getting the wrong information because he think he can bargain with Russia and tell them to capitulate when they're winning the war. The winning team does not capitulate. The winning team does not pay reparations. The winning team does not, like, why would they capitulate when they're winning on the battlefield? Like, that would look crazy amongst the military. That would look crazy amongst the military. So, no, they're not going to capitulate. Putin can't capitulate anybody. Russia as a whole would have to capitulate, and that's not happening because in order for Russia to capitulate, they have to get um, consent from the military. And the military is like, no, we're whooping ass. We are winning. We are doing the cauldrons around these little oblasts in eastern Ukraine, the Donbass region. We are winning. We done took Luhansk. We done took goddamn Bakhmut. We done took goddamn what, Kherson? Was it Kherson? We done took multiple areas. Like this whole, oh, Russia's losing, like, huh? Like, no. And then and again, it's not even about territory, but they will take territory in the process. It's about killing them Ukrainians that have this Nazi ideology. And so Putin's taking their time forming these cauldrons, and they're forming cauldrons inside of cauldrons inside of cauldrons. It's insane. Like these military generals in Russia are military geniuses. That's just what it is. If you study warfare, then you know what I'm talking about. If you don't study warfare and you just emotional, oh, then you're gonna say, oh, you're Russian Popovich. You're not gonna understand Russian military tactics, and so we're not even on the same level. But for those of y'all on that military level, understanding military tactics and understanding your military history, you will understand that this is going down in the history books. This is going down in the history books. That goddamn Troigu and the other general, I can't remember his name, they are going down in the history books as the greats because those cauldrons are like ingenious. Like you cannot defend against them. Once they enclose, they enclose. But Russia has more people. Russia has more people. But the news media said, "Oh, well, Russia's losing a lot of people." So when they do exchanges, exchange dead, soldiers, dead soldiers, it's 40 to 1. 40 Ukrainians to one Russian soldier. But the Ukrainians are going to realize, they're going to wake up that the West doesn't care about the Ukrainians. They're being used. And I'm just waiting for the Ukrainians to wake up to this fact. Once they wake up to this fact, oh, NATO's going to have hell on their hands because now they got to deal with Ukraine. And Ukraine, as of right now, is the best, second best army on the planet. Yes, I said it. Ukraine is the second best because they got the experience. The number one being Russia, and then Ukraine being number two. And if Ukraine wakes up and they realize they've been used by NATO, it's going to be a bad day for Europe. It's going to be a bad day for Europe. It's going to be especially bad for Poland because they're the closest to the Ukraine border. I don't know how this is going to work out because I think Viktor Orban and Fico are making deals, are making, they're making deals behind the door, and America is making deals with Russia too, business deals. So Ukraine, Europe is going to be left out in the cold, literally left out in the cold, and I suspect that um, these leaders in Europe, they're going to be new parties because all this war with Russia. Nah, people are not. Nah, nah. Russia's not the enemy. Russia is not the boogeyman. They're not the devils. No, that's not. That worked back in a time when I watched Rocky 4 and shit. You know them old Rocky movies and shit and Rambo movies. That worked back then. It don't work now. That shit don't work anymore, man. Russia is a whole different place. Russia's a whole different place, and you know, this narrative like, oh, he's gonna keep going all the way up to the goddamn Polish border. If you force the man to go up to the Polish border, it would be justified because you guys are not sitting down for a peace plan. Russia has not left the table, has not the left table for peace, but they want to do it naturally on their terms. They're winning. They are winning. Why would they submit to terms of a loser? That being goddamn NATO. NATO are losers. And these mercenaries going up in there are getting slaughtered. They're losing they just losing their lives. They're just losing their lives, man. And I hate it for the Canadians, Americans, the Europeans, Germans. I hate it for y'all that's goddamn getting caught by the goddamn Red Army as mercenaries. I hate it for y'all. I hate it for y'all. If you're an American, do not go over there. Do not go over there as a mercenary. That's all I can say, man, because it's not going to end well. It's not going to end well because you can be Ukrainian, they'll take you prisoner. You're not Ukrainian, that's it for you. Lights out for you. That's it. So do not, I repeat, especially if you're American. If you are American, if you are born in America, do not go over there. But if you have a bloodlust for war, then hey, then you're grown. Do what you do. If they pay you enough money to go goddamn on a suicide mission against Russia, then knock yourself out. I wouldn't do it. Hell fucking no. Because that's Russia's doorstep. And they've taken on the best. They've taken on the best in history. Like some of the best they've taken on Hitler, they've taken on Napoleon, they took on, I forgot, the king of damn Sweden at the time in the 1700s. Yeah, man. And Russia keeps winning, keeps winning, keeps winning. But I get it. The people who have been miseducated, like Trump, think that we won World War II. Yeah, we contributed, but no, we didn't march on the Berlin, that being the Russians marched on the Berlin. And they did a bulk of the war, but they don't teach that in our history books here in America. They teach that in, do they teach that in world history? I'm not sure. Because American world history is just like U.S. history, and of course, U.S. history don't have, they're very biased. They're very biased. And yeah, they mention Stalin and they'll mention Barbarossa, but they'll be like, "Oh, but America, the GI Joes, yeah, we took on Hitler," and it's very misleading thinking that we marched on Berlin. No, we didn't march on Berlin, but I don't want to sound like a broken record. We didn't march on Berlin. No, we didn't. So, you know, sometimes, man, I just wonder why. Well, it ain't nothing to wonder about because NATO, NATO, Blackson, what's up, my guy? What's up, Relax and Talk Sports? What up, man? It's good to see you, brother. Yeah, I'm going home, man. It look like it's gonna rain tomorrow. I got work in today, but maybe rain tomorrow, so look like I'll be in the house. Will I do a stream from the house? I still haven't done a stream from the house in a while because I get lazy at the house, but I like to be out and about. I do my exercises at work and I do my streams at work. I get my best ideas from work when I'm traveling, but when I'm at the house, I don't want to do nothing, man. It's like the damn house becomes, man, my lazy sanctuary, man. Right in the house, just go in lazy mode and shit. So that's why I have to take my workout gear to work. As I'm in the truck, I have to work out because I won't do it at home. But anywho, man, it's good to see you, bro. I'm stuck in traffic, as you can see. I don't know if y'all can see the traffic. Yeah, y'all can see a little bit of it. Not much of it, but yeah, I'm stuck in traffic on 20, and I'm trying to get home. But yeah, yeah, the news. Yeah, NATO getting more aggressive, man. They're getting more and more aggressive. It's like they pounding their chest, man. But I don't think nothing's gonna happen, man. But these mercenaries, I'm concerned about these mercenaries because they're being killed on sight. Russia is not taking no prisoners. They letting you know this is the real deal. This is not the movies. Lights out for you. So, but um, Germany keeps talking about, oh, we want to go to war. I think they're talking shit. I think they're talking, Italy. They're all just Italy. Uh, who else? Of course, Germany. Who else? I think France. Yeah, they're all talking big smack, man. Like they want to go to war with Russia. And without us, but see, I think they want to wait out Trump's term and then hope for another Democrat and then try to get us into that war. America, don't go for that shit. Do not go for that shit. Mm-mm. Don't do it. I think Trump is our only chance of staying out of that war. I think Trump is kicking the can down the road. He does not want to be part of any type of involvement of our troops being on the ground. Um, Lindsey Graham, that's who I was thinking of. Lindsey Graham, man, the fairy that plays Trump, that be in Trump's ear, man, the one that golfs with Trump. Lindsey Graham, that's the one I was thinking about earlier. Yeah, he's a war hawk, man. But these neocons, they've been war hawks since the days of. I mean, we can go all the way back, to goddamn Kissinger. I can never say that man's name, but anywho, um, I hope that like I said, Trump. I don't know if he's just stalling, so we're not gonna war all his during his administration, but I think them Europeans are plotting after Trump get out of office. So hopefully Vance will win that shit in 2028. I hope Vance wins in 2028 because they're hoping for a Democrat, and if the Democrat is anything like Biden, well, see the thing is when you take on the presidency, whether you're Democrat or Republican, it seems like they follow the same plan, just different method. Like Trump saying, "Oh well, we're selling weapons to NATO, but we're part of NATO." Trump, like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, what the hell are you talking about, Trump? We are like America. You're head of NATO. America invented NATO. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, dude? So I don't know, man. Um, I know that Trump is holding this shit off from any American involvement. Kelly Ray. Oh, Kelly. Oh, I'm glad you're here. Hey, Black Son, what's good? You won't believe it, but I actually agree with Martha Taylor Greene on her position. You know what? I don't know the details. Oh, I got some good news for you too, by the way. But let's talk about Martha Taylor Greene real quick. Kelly, you got to forgive me. I did not look into why Trump and Marjorie Taylor Greene fell out. Now, I heard it was over the Epstein list. Now, you know I'm down with opening the Epstein list, but Trump has made friends with some damn weirdos. Lindsey Graham is a weirdo. All those goddamn rhinos are weirdos. So, he golfs with these weirdos, and, they're saying that's why Martin Taylor Greene fell out. Now, as far as Ukraine, I don't know if there's some reports on Martha Taylor Greene supporting Ukraine, but all I know when she physically said out of her mouth, no more sending weapons and money to Ukraine. So I 100% support Martha Taylor Greene on that. I have reports that she would say one thing and do another. So I got to do the research on her. So as far as right now, I support Martha Taylor Greene because Trump be flip flopping. So, but I haven't done my research yet, Kelly. But guess what, Kelly? Guess what, Kelly? I got a surprise for you. I'm so glad you're on this stream, Kelly. Oh my gosh, Kelly, this is just for you, Kelly. So, Fannie Willis, dun 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 dun. Fannie Willis, yes. So they officially dropped the case on Trump. Now, Sadow, who's Trump's lawyer, said that Fannie Willis has to pay all those lawyers that were defending. Remember all those people in the RICO with Trump and all those other people? Fannie Willis has to pay the goddamn lawyer fees. That's a lot of damn money. That's a lot of damn money. But guess what, Kelly? Guess what, Kelly? Guess what? Well, I think I'm gonna have to say this for another video, but yeah, she has to pay out a lot of money. Yeah, by Georgia law, she has to. If a prosecutor gets kicked off the case, the law is that they have to pay. If the case is dismissed, which it was, they have to pay all those attorney fees. She should still face charges. It's not over yet, Kelly. It's not over yet. The Georgia Senate still waiting on her to come before the goddamn Senate. She's been holding off on that. She's been stalling on that. But what Fannie Willis don't understand, Kelly, is that they're not going nowhere. Oh, look at this. I don't know if y'all can see this. Nah, I can't. I can't even. The camera can't even show it. This damn truck broke down. Truck broke down. Truck broke down. Oh yeah, y'all be able to see the broke down truck. Oh, and y'all see some of this construction work. Look at that road right there. Yeah, they doing the goddamn road. That's the big. Yeah, that's the truck that's broke down right there. That's the truck broke down right there. And then look at that. Woo, they doing that asphalt. Woo, yeah, they doing that asphalt in the cold, man. They do that, yeah. I don't want no part of it because that's that popcorn. That popcorn is sticky and it's hard to get out in this cold weather. Even in normal weather, that popcorn is hard to get out. Popcorn asphalt, that stuff is sticky. Sticky, and the state only allows the popcorn. I don't like doing popcorn. That's why I like doing private contracts because that state stuff, that state stuff is hard to get out of your bed. How can she stall out like that? You or I couldn't do that. No, Kelly, we can't do that, but somehow the Senate, I don't know what they're doing because there's some people in the Senate that are friends with Fannie. They split half and half because half of them are Republicans, half are Democrats, and the ones that are Democrats are basically protecting her from coming before the Senate. So whatever loopholes they got, they're telling to Fannie. But yeah, Fannie she has to face the music. She can only stall for that so much. I think she's trying to stall and see if they have elections where they have an all Democratic Senate, but that's not happening. But yeah, they stalling. I think they got a majority of the senators that might be done. I don't know. I don't, Kelly, don't get me to lying because I don't know if they're majority Democrats or Republicans, but apparently Fannie got the loopholes to stall this thing, but she can't stall with that legal fee. She got to pay them lawyers. because Sadal and the rest, Ashley Merchant, they want their money. Ashley Merchant, Sadal, and these are top-notch lawyers. They are going after Fannie. So Fannie's going to be paying a lot of money. Now, yeah, I agree. She should still pay charges. She should still pay charges because, but they need to do an official investigation. Like they can't just speculate and say, "Oh, you stole money." They have to, they have to like get her before a board and pin her down with statements, and that's what she's avoiding. She knows as long as they can't officially pin her down, then you can't just accuse her of taking money. But once you pin her down, then you can do the investigations. But again, you have to formally investigate it and prove. Remember, she's a prosecutor too, so she knows the ins and outs and everything. She's buying herself time, but her day's coming. Her day's coming, Kelly. Don't worry, her day's coming. But she ain't gonna avoid them fees. All that money she got to pay out. No, Sadal and Sadal and Ashley Merchant is just, if not better than she is, as far as being attorneys. Man, they want their money, so they gonna get their money, and Fannie got to pay. She either got to pay or she got to resign. She either got to pay or she got to resign. The only way she can get out of it, she got to resign. That's the only way she can get out of it. If she can resigns, Kelly. If she resigns, then she may can get out of it. But as long as she's an attorney, she's the DA. She's got to pay that money. She's got to pay them lawyers, and them lawyers are the best in Georgia. All those lawyers are top-notch lawyers here in Georgia, and they want their money, Kelly. Yeah, I say that news just for you, Kelly. I say that news just for you. I wasn't gonna say it until I saw you. Thank you, Kelly, for coming, and I'm glad now I can release that because I was holding that for you, man. But yeah, yeah, Fannie Willis got to pay. Yeah, the case was dismissed just yesterday. Was it today or yesterday? It was either no, yesterday was no, today's Monday. No, it was Friday. Was it Friday? No, that was a holiday. It just happened. Yeah, they just dismissed it. They just dismissed it, and then the lawyer's like, "Oh yeah, we want our money. We want our money." So yeah, Kelly, I'm glad you came on, and I'm glad I was able to share that with y'all. If Kelly wouldn't have came on, I wouldn't even remembered it. But yeah, that when I saw Kelly, I said, "Oh wait a minute, Fannie Willis," because we know we know goddamn Kelly's Fanny's number one fan. We know Kelly Ray is Fannie Willis' number one fan. You know I'm messing with you, Kelly. But yeah, she's got to pay that money. And I'm not kidding about that. Not kidding about that. She got to pay that money, and she's gonna pay. Like you say, she either pays it or she resigns, because that's the only way she can get out of paying. But as long as she's DA, she got to pay that money. She'll come up with that money some type of way. I'm sure she'll come up with that money. But after losing that case, man, she don't. Ooh, man, she don't. Yeah, and it's going to be hard for her to get money from the state because, again, that whole Nathan Wade, that's a bad look. That Nathan Wade and her going on trips and all that, and the Caribbean cruises and Martha's Vineyard and all. What else? Where else did she go? The goddamn Caribbean. Ooh, Jamaica, I want to take you. Ooh, all over the Caribbeans. Yeah, man. Goddamn, I mean, oof, taking vacations everywhere, man. She's got to account for that shit. So, again, I don't know. So many are getting busted for money scams all over the spectrum. You're right, Kelly. Yeah, it's coming out, man. I mean, people, these damn mayors and stuff, they're all getting busted left and right, man, and it's crazy. You know what shocked me but didn't shock me, Kelly? All these busts of these illegal aliens having CDLs. No, no, you heard me right, Kelly. No, no, no. Let me say this again, Kelly. All these major busts that ICE has been doing, all these illegal aliens that have CDL. Like regular people, Americans can't get CDLs. They have a hard time getting CDLs. But Biden allow all these illegal aliens to come over here and get CDLs. Can you explain that to me, Kelly? Because I know there's plenty of people in Detroit who can't get their CDLs. No, no, you're in. I mean, no, no, no. You're in. Are you in Detroit? No, no, no. You're in Cincinnati. No, no, no. Is it Cincinnati? Kelly, I forgot where you from. You right next to. Is it Cincinnati? No, no. I'm sorry, Kelly. I forgot where you from. But I know people in your city are trying to get their CDLs. That's crazy work. I couldn't get mine back in 2006. Right. Okay, Milwaukee. Yeah, okay, Milwaukee. I'm sorry, Kelly. I can remember. I'm sure there's plenty of people in Milwaukee who can't get their CDLs who were born in Milwaukee. I am sure, I am positive there are so many people who can't get their CDLs in Milwaukee, but an illegal alien can get their CDLs. ICE busted so many people with these CDLs. Now, fair enough, I will say this. She from the cold place. Yeah, she is, man. Milwaukee up there, right there by Chicago. Yeah, that shit's cold up there. Near the Great Lakes. It's cold up there. But shout out to Kelly. Shout out to goddamn Mo. But yeah, Kelly, there's people, and I'm sure there's people who are Relax Talk Sport for. There are people who can't get their CDLs born and raised in the United States who can't get their CDL. But you can come from another country and get CDLs. Yeah, I remember it was cold place. Yeah, it's cold up there. So yeah, man, I'm just tripping on this thing, man. They busting all these people with these CDLs, man, and it's crazy. Again, I like how you come over from a foreign country and you get a CDL. You can just drive truck willy nilly. Damn, it's crazy, yo. That's crazy. So yeah, man, they got these CDLs, and I don't know if they were counterfeit. I don't know if they were legit CDLs or fake CDLs. I don't know. Now I know there was this thing with this ring in New York where these nurses, these Nigerian nurses, had fake certificates. So I don't know if those CDLs are fake because it was up in New York. So I don't know. They could have been fake, but how do you fake a CDL? Because CDLs, we got the little holograms on them. We got the little hologram and the little watermarks and laser marks and all that, and the 3D. It's like if you can replicate those, you a bad goddamn counterfeiter. Because yeah, the Georgia license, and then they got the little barcode, and then they got the little man. The thing is high tech. So I know New York got what we got. Like, there's no way you gonna goddamn counterfeit a CDL license. Like, no. Like I said, that thing is 3 dimensional, and they got the little gold strip and all that, little silver strip, the platinum strip, and it got all kind of high tech shit on the damn license. You'd be better off trying to counterfeit damn money than a CDL. But these illegals have CDLs. Kelly, I get depressed when it snows here. Yeah. Oh, Relax Talk Sheep, you from Milwaukee too? Shit, you been from Milwaukee too? Yeah, it gets cold, man. It gets cold. So yeah, man. Um, yeah, little Fanny news for now because Letitia James, I think they dropped her case. The last I heard, Letitia James and Jack Smith, their cases were dropped. So, but the whole Fannie Willis was a good victory for Trump. You know what I'm saying? That case was dismissed. When you make the goddamn turn, you fucking imbecile. Yeah, turn your damn blinker off. I'm sorry, y'all. A little road rage. But yeah. Um, see, you high. You high driving like that. Damn. This is why accidents happen on Memorial, man. Motherfuckers don't know where the hell they going. So yeah, y'all. All right. Hell, I'm in from North Carolina. Yeah, it's cold up there too. North Carolina, shit, Riley, it's cold up there. Hell, it's cold down here in Georgia. It's cold down here in Georgia. It's cold here in Georgia, y'all. So let me. Somebody's at the gate. Let me get going, y'all. Let me get going. Let me get going. I just wanted to come on here. I just wanted to come on here. Thank you. Gate takes forever, man. Ah, Milwaukee is a smaller Chicago. They have very similar aspects, politics. Oh yeah, Kelly. I mean, yeah, y'all same, yeah, basically same areas and shit. Oh, people rushing in. People need to goddamn keep that damn gate closed and shit, bro. You got people rushing in here. Not even. Oh gosh. All right, y'all. Let me get going, man. Shout out to Kelly. Shout out to Relax and Talk Sports. Shout out to everybody in the chat. With that being said, I'm gonna do another stream probably later on this week. I'm not gonna promise tomorrow because tomorrow is gonna rain, and so I don't know. I might not be up to doing a stream, but with that being said, y'all, I'm out, y'all. Peace.